What a great win for the Washington Commanders. Beat the undefeated Eagles 32-21. Just an amazing team win. All three phases of the game played well. I'm just so proud of this team, and we're going to recap this game in today's video. And hey, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 10K by the end of the year. It takes 1 second, so please go ahead and do it. Man, I am so hyped, and sorry I lost my voice. I was screaming the entire game, but I don't care. This is the most hype I've been for a game in a very long time. The Washington Commanders got it done, 32-21, and let's just get it started. I don't want to hear about the refs from Eagles fans or any fans because, yes, the face mask was an obvious, or the fumble by Dallas Goedert, it was an obvious face mask, but there was a terrible Benjamin St-Juste PI that led to a touchdown, and also a clear makeup call when Jahan Dotson just running his route, and they call a offensive pass interference on what would have ended the game. So do not want to hear about the refs at all. Don't want to hear about them at all. So let's get into this amazing game that the Commanders played. They absolutely dominated the Philadelphia Eagles in this game, and game ball to Scott Turner. Everyone's been hating on him, myself included. He had an absolute great game today. He called it a beautiful game, and honestly could have had more points if not for some miscues or Heineke not snapping it fast enough. But let's go through it. Heineke, 17 for 29, 211 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Was he amazing in this game? No, he was not. But he did enough. He got the job done. He did enough to get us the win. He's gritty. He drew that play. He drew the roughing the passer, unnecessary roughness at the end. He pointed out he was smart. Tyler Larson had a terrible snap, and Heineke was able to get it, throw it away. Heineke made some smart plays in this game, so you got to give him his props. And the interception was terrible because Mclaurin, I thought, especially early on, was open. And not only did Heineke he threw it with no velocity, but also he threw it to the middle of the field where McLaurin maybe could have caught it on the sideline. Also, Gibson was open, but Heineke made a lot of gritty plays, and props to him today. Brian Robinson had his best game as a Commander so far. 26 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown. The yards per carry aren't great, but he had a lot of short, 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1 conversions. So props to him there. The touchdown was amazing. He stretches his arm out. Risky for a fumble, but what an amazing play right there. Gibson, solid, 14 for 44. Also had a touchdown. Curtis Samuel had some great runs as well. And Heineke had some runs. I don't know how many yards it would have been before all the knees he took, but Heineke was great. Game ball, Terry McLaurin, 8 catches, 128 yards. He owns Darius Slay. Darius Slay is his son. He owns him. 8 catches, 128, should have been more. I love that Scott Turner targeted him, 11 targets. Curtis Samuel was solid, 2 catches, 28 yards, got targeted 4 times, and also should have been another catch, but they called the BS pass interference on Jahan Dotson. De'Ami Brown had a great catch with his forearm, 1 catch, 15 yards. Jahan Dotson, 1 catch, 14 yards. He didn't seem like he was playing much, but good to have him back. And next game should be at full strength. Logan Thomas had a nice catch, 2 catches, 12 yards. Offense played well. They knew what they had to do. They ran the ball. And, just had a really good game overall. And I'm just super proud of this offense for their adversity. Had 20 points in the first half. And really had, 6 points in the second half. Because the last 6 were scored by the defense. But still, great job by the offense. Scott Turner was creative, but at the same time, he stick to running the football. And he also had a great call on 4th and 1 that, would have been a nice play to Curtis Samuel, but Taylor Heineke doesn't snap it early enough, and you probably could have blamed Rivera a little bit, give him a little bit of blame too, because he should have called a timeout before that. But offense, great game today. And let's hope they can continue this. Next week, you probably get Jahan Dotson for longer. You probably get him a full Jahan Dotson back. And who knows, maybe get McKissick back. as well. Really proud of this offense. I'm trying to think of any other big plays that were made today. Like, there weren't any huge plays besides, of course, Mclaurin had a couple big catches, but we got the Robinson extension there. Curtis Samuel had a couple big plays, but just an absolute team effort. The offensive line was okay. Leno got beat really badly early on. Like, the Heineke fumble, sorry, my voice is gone. The Heineke fumble was not his fault, in my opinion. Yes, like, some people are saying he could have got rid of it earlier. Leno got beat right away. He got beat like a drum. And Heineke had no chance there. Besides that, Leno looked good. I thought Cosme should have been playing more. Lucas got hurt or benched, and then Cosme was in. I thought he played well, and then they went back to Lucas. I don't know what was wrong with that. And then Larson had that terrible snap and also was down the field on a third down or whatever. So got to be better than that. But yeah, what a win. Let's go to the defense. Jamin Davis, mixed bag with him. He had the face mask / kind of him and Casey Toole forced the fumble there. He missed a couple tackles though on run defense. So really got to see more from that game. Benjamin St-Juste, again, another kind of mixed bag. He allowed a touchdown. Devontae Smith missed. He got beat, missed a tackle. They scored. He also had a forced fumble though on, I can't remember who caught it on that. That was a game-changing play because the receiver caught it for like 40-50 yards. He slipped or he fell down, and Benjamin St-Juste knocks it out, and Derek Forrest recovers it. So that was a huge play in this game. So Benjamin St-Juste, mixed bag, but that was a clutch forced fumble by him. Derek Forrest, that interception was absolutely insane. An amazing interception, and he recovers the fumble later on in the game. A lot of these guys got beat, but at the same time, they made up for it with some great plays. Cameron Curl, didn't hear his name too much because he wasn't getting beat that much, but he did have a few nice tackles. Didn't really like what I saw from Bob McCain today. Bostic had a couple okay plays. D-line, honestly, early on they weren't getting much pressure, but the way the Eagles, they run a lot, but they also do a lot of quick game stuff, so D-line wasn't able to get too much pressure. Jonathan Allen was solid, and Montez Sweat had a huge sack. That was super clutch. Great play by him. John Ridgeway also helped force the fumble in that game as well. I thought Kendall Fuller was great in this game. Kendall Fuller shut down A.J. Brown. What a great game by Kendall Fuller. And Casey Toole, got the touchdown at the end, and I thought he had a solid game as well. And the special teams, and let's see, Dax Milne also, great punt return at the end of the game there to get them some better field position. And one of the MVPs of this game, Joey Sly. He heard the haters. I was not one of them. I was always a Joey Sly supporter. He only missed 2 kicks this year, guys. 2 kicks and maybe an extra point. 4 for 4. Made a 58 and a 55-yard field goal. What an absolute beast today. What an absolute beast. Helped this team in multiple ways today. And I think he deserves this credit. I really think he deserves this credit. And yeah, what an absolute great game by Joey Sly. Tress Way also had a good game. Only had to punt it twice and averaged 44 yards. Had a punt inside the 20 and also was able to draw that roughing the passer, roughing the kicker. And that could have really helped them, but Heineke fumbles, unfortunately, because of Charles Leno getting beat. But this is an absolute team win. All 3 phases of the game. And again, this is a game I did not expect them to win. I thought it was going to be close. I said 24-17. And, this team, this win is absolutely huge because now you only got to win 4 out of the last 7 games of the season. And those games are winnable. Those games are winnable. You play the Texans, you play the Falcons, and I know the Giants are great, but you play them twice. I think you can easily win one of those games. And then you play the Cowboys, 49ers, and Browns. You just got to win one of those. The path to making the playoffs is there, guys. The path to making the playoffs is there. And yeah, I'm just super happy about this win. Heineke, and talking about, starting quarterback, there is absolutely no way you can go back to Carson Wentz. Maybe eventually in the season, but not now. And you have the excuse of saying, he's not ready. We want to see him, get to a certain threshold before we want him back. And use that excuse, keep Heineke until there's a reason not to keep him. There's no way after winning this game, you will lose the locker room if you go to Wentz. The amount of hype, I haven't even seen the videos, but I've seen some tweets about how hype the locker room is after this win. If you switch to freaking Carson Wentz after this game, the locker room is not going to be behind you. So play Heineke, and also playing Heineke gets another game with Wentz on the bench or inactive, not getting any snaps, which again helps them with not losing a second-round pick, which again, all around, I think that's the best case scenario. Heineke, did he play amazing? No. He got the job done, though. He got the job done. He continues to do that. I just love the grittiness of Heineke, and his teammates obviously love him. And again, let's give some game balls real quick. So Brian Robinson, again, it wasn't efficient, 3.3 yards per carry, but he had a touchdown, 86 yards. I'm giving him a game ball. Terry McLaurin, game ball, 8 catches, 128 yards. How can you not get a game ball for that? And then I'm giving a game ball to Derek Forrest. I mean, he recovered a fumble, had a great interception. He gets a game ball. And I'm trying to think of who else. Joey Sly for sure gets a game ball. 4 for 4, 2 55-plus yard field goals in a game. That does not happen much. And, that's just props to them. And the defense overall, they weren't great, but they also weren't put in great positions. The fumble by Heineke in the beginning, they got the ball in the red zone right away. That sucks. And then the PI by Benjamin St. Juste, I thought that was an amazing play by him. They called on him, and that basically gives him a free touchdown. That really sucks. And they at other times they did struggle, but again, they did what they had to do. They got some red zone stops, or they just got some great turnovers. They forced some really, really clutch turnovers. The Forrest fumble, or Forrest interception, the Benjamin St. Juste forced fumble, which was great, and the Jamin Davis face mask, which again, amazing play. And I don't want to hear it from Eagles fans about the refs being terrible, because the refs were terrible towards us in this game as well. It's a two-way street. Hey man, we just have a knack for beating these undefeated teams. The Eagles this year, 8-0. The Pittsburgh Steelers a couple years ago, 11-0. Ron's got it done. Hey, also, Ron is 3-0 in Monday night games. It's a different era in terms of the primetime games. We also won a Thursday night game this year as well. Granted, it was the Bears, but still. And last thing I'm gonna say, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. I know people think that's cringy. I don't care. Great win. Enjoy. I guess today's Monday, so enjoy the Victory Tuesday. Oh, I'm going to wake up so happy tomorrow. Just super, super hype. Enjoy the win. Back tomorrow with the video. Peace, guys.